Alright. This is going to be, I believe, the most spacebar intensive flashpoint in the game. Like, nothing else has even close to this much dialogue to skip. Like, it's Black Talon's a close second, but yeah. This is one of the few flashpoints that allows you to mount up pretty much the whole time. But I think you can mount up everywhere in this entire flashpoint. Alright, I believe GS Hydroid gets activated somewhere around here in solo mode, and you have to get back on your mount. You can just run past these guys, you don't need stealth to skip them. Though if you run ahead and someone is just slightly behind and they end up catching aggro, don't be too mad, because you should have made sure everyone was behind you. Alright, we can skip most of this corridor without stealth. I think for the very, very last group, you do need stealth, but I mean, I guess you can run to here, but it is just this one group, so you might as well just attack them right there. Also, this is one of the easiest veteran modes in the game. Alright, he doesn't drop anything. We're not in a group, so we can't use those. There's this one. I think it's this way. Anyway, this corridor, once again, you can skip everything, but you do have to stay as a group. If someone runs too far ahead, then someone's going to catch aggro. And they cannot be skipped without stealth. Though I do recommend you just run all the way to the elevator. In Black Talon, there are sections where if it's long enough, you're going to want to like check if your group, make sure your group can actually handle all the mobs that you're going to be facing. But here, I think until we get to the Imperial ship, that's not really going to be a problem. Alright. And just for the sake of, in case you do end up taking a light side path, because most people do, I'm going to go ahead and do it. If you have someone with stealth, you can, they can just solo this whole section. Alright, you're going to want to jump here. lore object here. We're going to pick that up. And that should be good. Alright, and this next one's a little tricky, but it's still skippable. Alright, you're gonna want to go here. Alright.
Moving out.
Okay, so here we're gonna have a section where if your group isn't strong enough to fight every single mob, so I would say you need at least 2 level 80s to solo everything between here and there. If you don't have enough damage to do that, then I would say stop right about here. And I'll show you that when we get there, and you fight everything that you've aggroed up until then, and then run to the elevator. This group cannot be skipped without stealth. This group can, because you can just run past and you don't need stealth. They just don't aggro, but this guy can't be. I think you can run past them, but the window's pretty tight. And obviously your group's going to be spread out so much that like you're probably not going to be able to run past them. This is where you're going to stop and fight them if you don't have enough DPS. Oh, again, I recommend 2 level 80s. If you only have 1 level 80, then you probably should just stop there. But if you have 2 level 80s, you can run all the way to the elevator and you should be fine. Yeah, so you're going to run to the elevator, you're going to wait here, they're going to stack up right here, you just stay to the sides here, and you should be fine. If you're doing the bonus mission for these silver guys, you shouldn't have to go too far to your way, because it's like 1, 2, and then there's like, I think 4 of them over that way. And then there's 2 of them right here. Needed 2 stealth to skip that mob. I think that you can get past these guys without any stealth, but it's a very tight window. There's 2 more silvers here, so you can get the bonus. Let me see. Let's see if I can skip this.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Right, looks like we can.
Kill me.
Alright, do not click on the elevator, click on the button next to the elevator.
Hey.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself.
By the way, if you're like super low level, I recommend just soloing this mission. Just go to story mode, solo this mission. Don't even queue for flashpoints until you're like level 20, because people hate running this and running Black Talon. So like until you get to like level 20, well, if you get to level 15, then there's a 50-50 chance of it being this. If you're 10 to 15, then it's 100% chance. I think it's like 15 to 20. So 1 in 3. Okay. A little forgiving there. Okay. And then we run on here. Alright. So it's like one of the rare instances where stealth scan doesn't automatically put you in combat. Most of these are so that there is somewhere where you're going to want to run to the elevator, and even with no level 80s, you should be safe to run to the elevator and DPS them there. Once again, they don't evade, but you should be fine. Alright, and then we just do this. There's a stealth scan right there, so we're gonna go over here. Alright. That mob is pretty much impossible to avoid if you don't have all stealth. Here you don't need any stealth though. Just go over here, wait for them to pass, and okay. You will have to fight these guys unless you have 3 stealth or more. Obviously, unless you have all stealth, you can't skip these droids. Here, I recommend. Where is it? Okay, elevators here. So I recommend if you're gonna do a run, don't run all the way through unless you have multiple level 80s. Like stop somewhere in between and fight everything. If you have 2 or more level 80s, then you can run through here. That guy shouldn't be a problem. In fact, you don't even need stealth. You're going to want to go over here, hide either down here or down here. Most troops are going to go over here, but either one's fine.
At last, back to war.
Nobody does bonus, but if you were doing bonus, you have to hit those 2 things at the same time. The boss is over there, and it's the same in master mode as it is in the solo mode, where you just gotta fight him up close. And I believe he dumps threat a whole bunch. It's annoying, but not the end of the world. Yeah, go ahead and rip that. Okay. So, here is very interesting.
This is getting out of hand.
You don't need stealth to skip these guys. You can just jump if you're quick enough. Hopefully everyone stays together. But like, it's a very brief window, so it's easy to fuck it up. Don't get too mad if somebody messes it up. These guys, you can just evade them in the elevator. Like if you aggro them and go to the elevator, they will evade. But it's a strong and 2 standards. You can honestly just kill them. It's fine.
Even in death, I
Unless
still
you're in
serve.
master mode, it's just they should just instantly go down. We're gonna do casual strats. Run past down. Run past down. Run past down. You're probably gonna have people lag behind that end up aggroing those other groups. That's fine.
Surrender.
You're gonna want to do here, and then 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 you just fall. Okay, that droid's really annoying. If we can one-shot him. If we can one-shot him. We could not. Alright. So we're gonna go through here. You pretty much need all stealth to skip this because it's a lot of people. And they're in inconvenient places. But maybe with 2 stealth you can CC your way out of it. But here we need no stealth. Though if you have GSI droid, you're gonna want to turn them off. Ah, shit. Hold on.
I will crush those who stand before me.
So, in this cutscene, you can end it sooner, depending on what you pick. It doesn't say attack, but right here, number 3 is implied attack. Actually, that might even be the case with number 1, I'm not sure. These guys are kind of a joke. Even in master mode, they're really just kind of a joke. This guy in Yadira Ben. These are not hard flashpoints, even in hard mode. In 1.0 they were hard. Yeah, in 1.0 they were pretty difficult. Like, not crazy difficult, like they were definitely not as bad as like Lost Island, but if you go with number 2 first, that tells her that Hakan wanted to leave her behind, and then from there you have the option light or dark. So you can snitch and still bring her back. Most groups just go with number 1. You know, it's whatever. When did she change out of that uniform? She was in the uniform a second ago, and in a second from now she's gonna be back in her ambassador's clothing. Ah, whatever. Blah 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 blah. No characters, and then you go over here, and you're gonna hit no, return to fleet. Which Black Talon does it better because it actually has them either shake their head or nod their head, and you'll know what the person chose. So you can hit escape and get out of there. This is one of the few flashpoints that doesn't have an exit door because it ends by automatically dumping you either on the fleet or Coruscant, or Drummond cost if you're doing Black Talon. But that's a separate video. So yeah.